Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video series from. It's me again, Peter. Thank you so much for all your support. Today, we're going to look into nested virtualization for Azure VM. And the reason why we want to do this is because as a support engineer, you might want to test some machine or reproduce something in your lab. So instead of worrying about creating a lot of machine, you can just create one machine in Microsoft Azure, and you can create machine inside it that have internet, and you'll be able to test everything that you want. So the machine that I'm using today is the standard E4S version 5. It has a full CPU. Virtual CPUs and 32 gig of RAM, which I think it's okay for you to, if you have the capacity to have more, why not? You can always go for it. So in my case, I have this, and this is what I'm going to use. So let's get started. First, what we need to do is to open a PowerShell right here. You can actually open it in an admin. With an admin, right? And what you want to do is that you want to install the Windows features, like DHCP. You want to install the Hyper-V at the same time. So you can go ahead and say install, then Windows Future, and we're going to specify what do we want to install. DHCP. Also, we want to install Hyper-V. Then we're going to include management tool. So this shouldn't take a lot to complete, depends on how fast your system is. So as we can see, it's really going fast, really, really fast. So once this is done, we're going to restart the computer, the server. So let's wait a little bit. All right, so you must restart the server to finish the installation process. So how do we do that? We just push shut down. Then you push /R. So I'm going to come back when the server restarts. Now my server is actually coming back up with Hyper-V role and DHCP role installed. Then how do we know that? Let's just wait a couple of minutes right here. Okay. There we go. I can see that I have Hyper-V right now. So, and also I have my DHCP asking me to configure and complete that. So yeah, what I would do is just go ahead and click on this, complete the DHCP configuration, commit, and that's it. All right, so we don't need to promote this server yet. I don't think that is necessary. But now that we have that, what we really wanted to do is to create our switch. So let's go now and start creating. Let's go ahead and see something here. Network connection. That's not where I'm going. Okay. So right now we have one. So what we wanted to create right now is that we want to create a different one that we're going to use with the Hyper-V. How do we do that? let's go ahead and pull up a PowerShell really quick. Let me just minimize all of this. So we're going to do new VM switch. Then we're going to call it. What name do we want to give it? So I'm going to say study with Peter, test lab, switch. Did I type switch right? Okay. That's the name I want to call it. So I will specify the switch type, not switch ID, switch type. I will say this is an internet. So it's the same thing like going to this and try to create a switch right here. Just create internet and create a switch and fill it up. But in this case, we're not going to do that. So let's do everything with PowerShell here. So once we're ready, boom. And that is going to create a switch for us. Now, let's see something right here. You see that? That's a study with Peter Lab switch. How interesting. Now, what are we going to do next? Let's go ahead and say get net adapter. All right, it's looking good. So what we wanted to use next is this 13. For you, it's going to be different. So please pay attention because most of the time when you're doing it by yourself, this number changes a lot. Even though I create a new switch right now, that number is going to change. So after that, we need to create a net IP address and use 13 for the interface index. So how do we do that? We create a new net IP address. So we specify the IP address that we want. So in this case, I'm going to say 192.168.0.1, and I'm going to do the prefix length 24. And what next? Okay, I forget the interface index. So that will be the number here, 13. That is where we get the number from. So yours is going to be different. So let's pay attention when we are doing our own. So we click on enter. So we have all this beautiful stuff. So we can see that we have 192.168.0.1, the same thing here, the same thing here, and we have the lab switch and a lot of information. So now what do we wanted to do? We wanted to create a network. So we're going to do new net. Let me just new net. What's it doing? New net. And we're going to specify the name. And we're going to call it internet. Not internet, but internet. Let's see. Okay, we're good. And we're going to specify the IP interface. So internet IP interface. Yeah, that's what we need. And then we're going to push 192.168.0.0/24. If you're very good in networking, yeah, you can play around with that. But for the sake of simplicity, I will leave it that way. So now we get some beautiful stuff right here. So let me get NetNat. Let's see what we have. Yeah, we have the same. So, which is really good. So now if we create a machine, we should be able to have that now. So this is our switch, and if we create a machine and we assign it to this, our machine should have internet. That is everything that we have to do. So let me go ahead and download Windows 10 version machine, well, ISO, and let's give it a try. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back because I really wanted to show you how I did everything. So it's not a rocket science right here. All I have to do is download this, just Bing something and download it. I might be able to fast forward this so you don't have to wait to see how the download because it's going to be the same experience for you. So what I did is just go ahead and say download Windows 10 ISO and I get to this page. I have to create Windows 10 installation media and download. So it's going to ask me, well, always read this and accept. So this is actually going to create a ISO for me. So while I'm doing that, I figure out that during the creation of my machine, I have a very low space. I mean, for you it's okay, but for me, I do actually have additional storage. But if you're going to be creating machine like 3 or 4 machine, this is going to be, I mean, this space is very, very small. So, but I'll show you how you can actually add an additional disk to Microsoft Azure machine soon. So, while we are waiting for that, I'm going to create a new installation. Next, you can choose your language right here, and I always go with the 64-bit version, Windows 10. Next, so I'm going to create an ISO file. So it's asking me where did I want to put it. I'm just going to put it in my download, and I'm just going to call it Windows 10. Save. So this process actually take a while. Wow, it's going really fast. I don't think that is a process, but let's see what magic is doing. That is going really fast. That is going really fast. Okay, I know. Yeah, verifying the download. So I'm going to fast forward this video for you while I go get me some tea. I'll be right back. That's actually incredible. It's done. So let's go ahead and see where we store that information. Okay, Windows. All right, let's pull up this and let's create our first machine. Let's see if that works. So right now I'm gonna create a virtual machine. Remember that we're actually on virtual machine, so I'm going to call it on Windows 10. So I'm okay with the default location. Next, choose generation 2. I'm okay with this. Oh, I can specify a very high RAM of 2048. So which is okay. I'm gonna select my switch. I'm good with, I'm going to go with 60 because I don't have too much of space. For example, look at that. I only have 104 free and he's asking for 127. So no. So I push it down to 60. Now I'm going to look at where I have my stuff downloaded. So, ready to go. So let's see how it works. So this process normally takes like maybe 6 minutes or more than that, but I will show you because I really want you to learn see that there's nothing I'm actually doing at the back of the scene. And I think that that's the reason why you're here, so that you can see everything and you can reproduce that on your own lab. So right here, I would always love to choose Windows 10 Pro. I mean, you can just choose anything, I mean, any version that you like in order for you to test, for your test environment. Okay, what's going on here? We're looking at install. Okay, let's see what we're missing. Okay, it looks like because I don't have a, let me go ahead and push in some license right here. All right, it looks like we're good to go right now. So next, I'm just gonna click on next. So I will show you what's going on here. It takes like 6 minutes, so we'll go ahead and fast forward the video for you. Then we can pick it up once it's done. All right, so now we have the Windows 10 up and running right now. So what we wanted to do is to make sure that this machine have internet. Well, let me first show you that we don't have internet. If I go to the Edge browser, we can't even, we can't browse anything. Let me show you. No, we don't have internet. So I'm going to come over here, settings. Oh, we already have switch. Why we don't have internet? Huh? Let's see. Okay, there's a good troubleshooting. We don't have internet because this server doesn't have any IP address. And I'm going to show you. If we go here, IP config slash all, we notice that we don't have any internet. So how do we get internet onto this? Either we manually set it up or we use the DHCP that we have on the main server to actually automatically publish or assign IP address right here. So why do you want to keep assigning it manually? No, that's not the idea. So let's go ahead and bring up the DHCP server. Right click on it. We'll go to the DHCP manager. You can minimize this. Make this bigger a little bit. Now, all you want to do is go to IPv4 and let's create a new scope. Right click on it, new scope, next. Let's give it a name, Study with Peter Test Lab. Let's just keep it that way. Okay, remember, we use 192. We're going to specify the IP range. 192.168.0. Let's start from 100. And let's do 192.168.0.200. We're not gonna need a lot of IP address like that, but why not? We can play around with it. Next, so start IP address and hand. Let's see. This we don't put anything here. Yes, I want to configure this right now. Now the default gateway, it's going to be, let's go ahead and put 192.168.0.1. Most of the time, these are just the same. So we'll go to next. This value you see right here, you can specify the parent domain you want. DNS resolution. No, we don't put anything there. This is actually Azure DNS server. So please don't remove it. Next, we're not reserving any IP address. Next, yes, I want to activate the scope. Okay, now let's see what happened here. Okay, it's active. Let's see, we're gonna have an IP address. Okay, no, nothing is coming up. Maybe you're thinking that, oh, we need to have this machine like a domain controller before this is going to work. Okay, maybe you're right, but let's see what we have. Either we miss something or not. Okay, it looks like it's not picking it up, so let's see what happened. Okay, yeah, we don't have anything there. There's some troubleshooting right there. Let's see. Magic. We have it. Apply. Okay. Immediately. We can see that immediately we have this machine connected to the internet. Okay, how do we test it? Let's go ahead and open the Edge browser. We should have internet right now. Guarantee. Guarantee. Yes. 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 There you go. So we're gonna go to bing.com and it works. Why? Because we have the DHCP now giving us IP address to that machine. Let me say something here. We don't have any, oh, look at that. Now this is the machine. If I want this machine every time it boots, if I want it to have the same IP address, all I have to do is click on it and add to reservation. And that IP address is going to be reserved for this computer every time. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's going to take you 30 minutes if you are lucky to be able to finish all this. But in this video, I've actually fast forward some process in order for you to see what is going to happen. And that is how you're going to set up your nested virtualization in Azure. If you do have any question, please do reach out to me. I'll be glad to answer your question. And now we have internet inside our virtual machine, which is this, and also on the original, or let me say the parent machine or the parent server, we have internet. Is it not fun? Yes, it is, because now I can do anything on this machine, and if I don't need it anymore, I can just turn it off and just delete it. Easy. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. I hope this has actually been informative for you. If you like it, kindly like, share, and subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye bye for now.